Welcome to the Ford Show. It is August 29, 2024. For those of you that are watching us live on YouTube, Rumble, and X, thank you. For those of you listening to this on a podcast, in a podcast form, I should say, you're doing so on the Bubba Podcast Network, and that's what I'm calling it until they make me change it. And we were there last week. We did our first show there. Granted, not the greatest effort, I'll be the first to admit, because no one will be harder on me than me. And one of the questions that I got last week was, where did Ford come from? Who is this fucking guy, and why should we care? So I figured we would start the show tonight with a good friend of the show, longtime friend of the show, Gary Cantrell. He's the reason. And I wanted him to come on here and just explain to the Bubba Army why they should care about Ford and where he came from. So,
Well, look, I'm absolutely nothing special, but I'll say this. You and I go back for, it's got to be over 15 years now. We met, it was 2010, I remember actually, when I heard about you. You were Ford Capone, or whatever the hell that was. Long time ago,
it's a
long time
long time.
ago. You were doing live streaming video before most live shows were doing it, now live. You were all over the place, but I said, "Who is this guy?" And we got together. We got linked together. We've known each other for years and years and years. And I just thought that maybe it'd be cool to bring you here to the Bubba Network. And I kind of gave you my feedback on what I thought would be a good show for you to do here. You went and did your show. That's fine. And now you got all this to deal with, all the feedback. And now look at where we're at now. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
Well, some of it was, we had some positive, we had some negative, we had some in the middle, and you're going to get that, and that's fine. And this week I'm taking Gary Cantrell's advice. That's right. It's the Ford Show. I guess you could say unplugged. I'm not even going to touch the smart pads today, at least until the very end when I say goodbye. But that's it. No audio, no morning zoo. Apparently, it's just stripped down. Just Ford, Joey Vegas, and Madness, and Cantrell. I'm going to give you the show that you think that we should give them. We're going to do that right here this week on the second edition for the Bubba Podcast Network.
Remind them of who you are, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming on here, and I appreciate you sticking your neck out so that we could get this opportunity. And of course, I have to always thank Seth Kushner, the very own Seth Kushner, who made this all possible. Cantrell, thank you for taking time out again. Happy belated birthday. I know I said it to you yesterday, but I'm gonna say it to you again.
Jesus Christ. Go do a good fucking show. Leave me alone. Don't fuck this up, all right?
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, bye.
All right, goodbye. All right. It's the Ford Show is coming to you from the murdermydebt.com studio. You can head over to murdermydebt.com to find out how you can get out of the hamster wheel of interest. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're listening on the podcast or if you are watching on YouTube, Rumble, and X. And if you want to watch the show, you could do so. It's at Radio Ford on YouTube and Rumble. And the Twitter handle is radio_Ford. I am Ford. Joey Vegas is with me this week, and as is Madness. First, we'll go to Joey Vegas. He's wearing a Chicago Bears shirt because he's hoping that it's less embarrassing to wear that shirt this year than it was last year.
Yes, and it will be, because there's no way that they could be the worst team in the NFL 3 years in a row, right?
Madness is here as well. Madness rocking the best TV sitcom of all times. That's right.
You see,
Seinfeld.
You don't have to worry ever about Seinfeld being last or worst. It's always going to be the best. And even though Joey Vegas is rocking his Bears attire today, that's not the worst sports team that he tends to don at times. I believe there's another team in a different sport on the south side. And where are we at on the win count there? I haven't been following, Joey.
31.
31.
Okay, it was like 29 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So your bet that they would win 40, and I told you there's no way.
did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
I
You
thought
did.
I put the over under there. I didn't think I put it to where they would do it.
No, you
I just
said,
said
they,
it was
they
possible.
should. You said they should win 40, and I was like, you're high as hell. There's no way that they can win 40, and right now I'm looking pretty good. Still a couple weeks left.
All right, so I want to start this show off with some issues that I had last weekend. I want to read it to you. I woke up Saturday morning to this email right here that I hold in my hand. I had to print it. It is from YouTube, and it is on the video, the interview only, Gays Against Groomers, Carla Curtis, the author of The Gender Trap, didn't follow community guidelines. So to help keep our community safe, we've removed it from YouTube. What we found, we think your content didn't follow our hate speech policy. Content that incites hatred against individuals or groups based on their protected group status isn't allowed on YouTube. This may include dehumanization, using slurs and stereotypes, inferiority claims, and or conspiracy theories. We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content on a case-by-case basis. You could see the example around 1323, although there could be other instances. So here, I'm going to just introduce you to what was at 1323.
Called gender. So that's largely how they're convincing kids to transition and go on hormones, and ultimately many of them do have surgery. They have their genitals hacked off, reshaped, remolded. It's a terrible thing to do to somebody.
No hate speech there. We did pick up a channel strike. Now, this isn't the first time that I was wrongfully given a strike. I got a strike in April when we covered the news story of Rebecca Jones, the teacher who had a baby by a 15-year-old student. I got a strike for child exploitation, even though nobody knew the kids' names.
Well, aren't you setting yourself up to get a double strike on this episode?
I
hope
hope
all that
they
shit
do.
over again now.
I hope they do.
You just played everything right back. And you know what got me the most upset in that whole thing you said? That whole spiel from YouTube and that bullshit fucking PC jargon was the conspiracy theory. The one, because boy, that one, if you really think that one deep, you guys know I wear the tinfoil hat in this group, but at the way they portrayed you to be a nutcase is just exactly what they want. They want anyone that questions the narrative to look like a crazy person, and they put it out there as a conspiracy theorist, but usually they're just seeking truth and asking questions, right, Joey Vegas?
So I fought the strike. Just like I did in April, I appealed the strike. I lost in April. They stuck to their guns. I exploited children. That strike fell off on August 8th. So I said, what do I have to lose? So I appealed it. And I won. That's right. That's why we're on YouTube right now. Because I appealed it and I won.
We're on YouTube.
Why?
We're on YouTube 4 now.
Why? Why? Because there was no hate speech in any of that show. And this is the email they sent to me. After taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our community guidelines. Thanks for your patience while we reviewed this appeal. It only took an hour.
So how does this go then? Is it an algorithm that picks it up, and then if you appeal it, does an actual live person review it? Because I don't know. Is this an AI-based thing?
I would love to know. Because
that's already getting out there, you know, all this, like what's going on, like what's real, what's not. Like I'm already seeing people arguing over what's AI and what isn't. It's going to be weird, and it's going to continue to be weird.
So they say it does. How does this impact your content? We've reinstated your content, so this video is up. You can watch it. If your appeal was for a warning, you'll be allowed another warning in the future. If your appeal was for a strike, we've removed the strike against your channel. So I am in the clear. Thank you very much.
Like, what time of like in life, 2024, that we're worried about censorship. Like, isn't that something like dictators and monarchy and like stuff like that like happens? Because like TikTok's one of the worst. I comment on a video and I say, you're dumb, you're stupid, go play in traffic, something, and every single one of them gets removed.
Those are all reasonable replies, by the way.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
I think
saying
Joey,
go kill yourself.
well, Joey Vegas, I think that what they've found is that with algorithms and AI and technology, that they have the ability to censor through the phones and through technology. You know what I'm getting at here? Like, they can't do this to you in person, really. I mean, and it's just not going to ever work. There's never going to be somebody policing this like this. So this is strictly a phone, internet, computer-based type of censorship, which still is bullshit because this is the main way we all communicate now. I don't know where you draw the line, to be honest with you. I feel as if there's a lot of hypocrisies, would you say, in this? Like, I feel like one thing is like ridiculously offensive. It can be. Another thing is equal, and only one gets the flag. I feel like that's what's going on right now.
And I said this in April. I'm going to say it again because we have obviously a new audience. But there is zero continuity because let me tell you something. The live stream of that same show from last week, untouched, no problem. The same thing in April. The full show, untouched, no problem. They popped a short. The short is what got popped for child exploitation. This was a 22-minute video of an otherwise 1 hour and 10-minute show that was untouched. So there's no continuity at all.
Didn't you also have an issue with the guy setting himself on fire?
Yes.
And they said no, but ABC News could have it on, or NBC News, they could all play it.
And I even censored the video, and I still got in trouble.
Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, you know what's wild that happened to me, and this one is bullshit. I once got a warning that I could be lose my Instagram or like be suspended for 30 days from my Instagram due to a story I posted in 2021. Have you guys ever had that happen to you before and seen that? Because that's happened to me. They literally said they flagged something that I did on a story, not even a post, something that was only up for 24 hours. They still had the audacity to go ahead and figure that out and find that. That's fucked up to me.
Yeah, let me tell you, the first thing I want to get into tonight, this should be flagged for censorship. Have you guys seen the video, the TikTok? I think I think it was a TikTok of some Democrat leaders doing a fist. They're pounding their fists. So for those of you who are not watching on YouTube, Rumble, and X, stick your arms out, bend them at the elbows, stick your arms out, and make a clenched fist. And it's Hillary and AOC and the gay guy. What's his Buttigieg?
Buttigieg,
whatever.
Buttigieg.
And they're boom, 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 to "We Will Rock You." And I'm just gonna play it for those of you watching. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna play it, and it's just as dumb as I made it sound. And I got some questions. So here it is. Hillary starts this party out because she's the face, clearly.
Rock you. We will rock you. Rock you.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions.
I'm going to take this shirt off now.
One, how cringe is this? Why do I feel like the Democrats sometimes do this stuff that is like so cringy?
Because they know, and I'm not even kidding you. This whole political thing is, I won't get too deep in it because I know Joey Vegas is going to yell at me, but it's a psychology thing. It really is. And that's why this is pissing you off. It pisses me off. And I would venture a guess that it's pissing off Joey Vegas.
I'm going to play it one more time. Here we go. And all right, hold on. So it starts with Hillary, and then it moves to Julia Dreyfus. Okay, Elaine from Seinfeld, who's not even a politician. She played one on TV.
VP.
You're not a real Veep. I don't know. And then it goes to Nancy Pelosi, who still looks like she died about 3 weeks ago. And then it goes to not you.
It goes.
And then it goes to
Is it Buttigieg next?
yeah. So
No.
who is this Melania? This fake Melania? Who is this girl?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. That's
Yeah,
maybe
I
a model of some sort. I guess we'd have.
Who
to
is she?
I don't know.
She looks like a Temu version of Melania Trump, right? Looks just like Melania.
I mean, she does. I thought it was her, but I'm like, there's no way.
No, dude, not this video.
No.
And it's like this guy.
Buttigieg.
I mean,
he really doesn't look very masculine doing that at all.
no, I mean he gets bumped it probably because he's the gay one, so he's like a chick, right?
Oh yeah, that's why he's in it.
And then of course everyone's favorite Bronx girl, AOC,
Disgusting.
wraps it up. You don't like the way she looks?
No, I'm not attracted to her.
Oh, yeah, she's attractive. I
Yeah,
just
she's attractive.
politically just a little
She's just a,
cuckoo for Coco, but
Sometimes you can be that stupid and that idiotic and ignorant and just evil, and you just become unattractive physically.
but I want to know, why did they think this was a good idea?
Because
Now,
we're
this
giving
is-
it attention, Ford. Because
Now,
we are giving it attention.
This is Democrat guests rocked the Late Show Chicago. So this must have been during the DNC, and it's just first of all, if you want to be a party of the younger people, why are you using a song from Queen? This is zero relation to the younger voter, the younger person. They don't know who Freddie Mercury is. They have no idea.
Well, they needed a gay singer to do their song, and I'm sure they could find a younger alive one, but whatever.
well, so the whole thing on the late show, the late show, whatever. It was meant to for people to get on and vote.
What is this for?
Vote,
This is for voting?
vote.gov.
I like vote or die better than this.
Yeah,
Shit. This is crap. This
well, no-
doesn't encourage
well,
anybody to vote.
Well, it is. It
Yeah,
is.
Yes,
Whoa!
not you, because
Not you.
you're not one of them. That's how stupid the Democrat followers are, dude. That's
But
how
who is
dumb
this?
they-
But who are you trying? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Dude,
you're not appealing to younger people.
Yes,
Who are you trying
yes,
to
they
appeal
are.
to?
They're appealing to people that are already there in that mindset, just to remind them to get to the polls, because they're going to make you vote because they're that simplistic and stupid. It doesn't matter. You could run this is how dumb our country is. This 8-second video, you're telling me it's going to go ahead and make more people vote blue. And then if you actually sat down and ran numbers and analytics and things like that and finances and tax, it's just unbelievable what people will fucking go for. They don't look at numbers, reality, and policy. They look at this shit. This is literally dangling. It's just showing us how stupid people are right now and how fucking dumb that this is not even like real to me. This is like a show, and I know it's a show, but other people can't see it. And I think you guys have to agree with me that this is a goddamn show.
I listen.
Give me something. Joey Vegas. Wait. Joey Vegas. Can we at least, you and me, we're best friends, dude. We agree on everything, you and me. We've never, ever argued in our lives. And I mean, come on. Let's continue the party of togetherness here. Now tell me, you believe that this shit's for real? That this kind of crap is for real? That these people that are on the screen, they're telling you right now, they're all fucking actors. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, the model we can't name, and then you got the rest of them. And then you got the rest of them. Hillary, Pelosi, Buttigieg. They're all a bunch of fucking wannabe celebrities at this point, and they're just out there fucking pandering to the idiots. And nobody cares. They just want to take down the rich, which they consider anyone rich that has $1 more than them. Joey Vegas, help me, please.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, what you said is correct. I mean, but
Why is he
they're-
laying in there?
because she was on. So here's the thing. It's for a talk show, guys. What you guys don't understand, this is for the Late Show. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was on the show that night. Okay,
So
then
so was
why
this.
did-
So was
but
this
why did
other
she-
chick supposedly.
So who is the other chick?
I don't know. I
This
don't know.
Timu Melania.
Somebody's screaming at our TV
Yeah.
set or at their fucking.
But either way, they're trying to get on the TikTok trend and whatever. Fine, good for them. They're not really getting anybody that's not going to vote for the Kamala Harris wasn't going to vote for her now because she saw this video, or they saw this video, or he saw this video, or them, whatever. So to me, it looks really stupid. But for some people, it might have looked.
I don't
Great.
care.
I don't know.
I don't care who you vote for. I really don't. Okay, we were supposed to vote for Joe Exotic until he
that
took himself out of the race.
That sounds wonderful right now, and you still can vote for Joe Exotic. You write him in.
But here's the deal. This video isn't cool, even if it were Republicans doing it. Just understand that. I'm not trying to pick on the Democrats.
No.
If
right.
if it was Gabbert and J.D. Vance and Rubio and DeSantis and they were pounding their fists to
but that's-
Queen, I
don't
would
do
say
that.
the same thing. But I'm just letting everybody know that
Right.
I'm not a MAGA nut hugger. I don't have a MAGA hat. I voted for Trump one time, and that was in 2016. So I'm just letting everybody know who's listening. This isn't coming from a place of I don't like anything the Democrats do. But if you could justify this and tell me that this looks cool and this looks hip and this looks like this is going to charge up the young voter, I would like to know what you're smoking.
What I'll say is to you, Ford, as you gave a good rundown there of where you're coming from and why you don't understand it, and you gave a fair assessment of that. I like that. But I will tell you that it's exposing them as having dumb voters, and they'll like this, and then they eat it up, they dance, and they do their little things. They don't do that in the Republican side of things. We're just a little bit more, I don't know, not as happy, I guess.
So the answer to who that chick was.
Oh, the Timu Melania?
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Good.
Yeah, her name is Laura Benanti, and apparently she's been on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Like a guest?
Yes.
Oh,
because
who is she, though?
She's a comedian,
Oh.
and she impersonates Melania Trump.
There you go.
So she performed this.
That makes sense.
Crashing the Democratic National Convention
That
to reveal
makes-
the secret behind the Kamala nomenon. Kamala nomenon, if I could speak correct. Yeah, so that's
It's Kamala.
I know, but in this article,
Oh.
like the phenomenon, but it's
Yeah,
Kamala nomenon. Yeah, you know what
Is
I'm
it
saying.
Kamala or Kamala? It's Kamala.
Kamala.
think-
Kamala was a wrestler in
I
the.
think- I think it's Kamala for the
No.
for the woman that's running for whatever that she is, and then it's Kamala is the Ugandan giant.
yeah, the wrestler. Okay.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So over the weekend, I had to do. I shouldn't say had to do, but I did some husband duties, and that involves going to Disneyland. Now, a couple of things that I like to do at Disneyland. I like to ride the Tower of Terror. I like to ride Soarin', and what other rides I like? I can't really think right now. But the other thing I like to do is I like to look at fupas, because if you ever wonder if America is fat or not, head to Disneyland and you will see real quick how fat this country is, even though they're walking. It's like a fat convention. I mean, I love it. I love it because I love looking at fupas, and I point out front butts, and the wife and I, and when Joey Vegas is there, we do it and we laugh and we say, but I bring all of this up to say, I like to play the game, what would it cost? Now, I've usually only played this game with Joey Vegas, Nate's, and members of the same sex as I, born biological males, or cis males, as they're called too now. So I usually only play this game with men, Vegas, And that's the what would it cost. So Madness, how it works is if I usually will see like just this absolute fat pig or somebody really ugly. And I would say to Joey Vegas, how much would it cost for you to go down on her? Now, you kind of mix it up and you throw in different parameters. Don't worry, she showered. Oh, she's not showered. She's been going for about 8 hours. What would it cost you to, And I started playing the game with my wife as we were walking around Disneyland, thinking this will be fun, right? Like this will be something that we could play. It's kind of like when you're on a road trip and you pick out blue cars. It's like that, but you're picking out fupas. So the wife and I are walking. I can't remember what part of Disneyland we were in, but there's a guy. He's probably 450 pounds. If he's a pound, he's 450. I mean, he is.
For those wondering,
huge.
I want to clarify, just in case you're wondering, a fupa is a fat or upper pussy area.
Thank you. Now, we are walking, and this dude is big. 450 would be my guess. And I said to my wife, how much would it cost? Now, I said to her, be reasonable. Be reasonable. Be realistic. Joey Vegas, when he likes to play this game, because he has delusions of grandeur, he likes to say $5 million.
Come on.
I mean, I'm not cheap.
So I say to her, how much to blow that guy right there? Be realistic.
Right then and there, as is.
No, I told her he would shower. He would be fully cleaned. I did say that, yes.
All right.
She told me $1,500. And I'm like, what?
That's reasonable, right?
No. I'm like, you would suck his dick for only $1,500?
I think that's a very
Really?
fair answer. I mean, if maybe
I thought it was a little low for the guy.
Well,
I wish I would have taken a picture of the guy
again,
because then you could see him.
Oh yeah, as a straight man that hasn't seen this guy, I guess I'm not working with what you saw.
And I said to her, 1,500? She goes, why? Is that too high? I go, that's not high enough. And then I go, all right, for a reference point. Because I wanted to see if she was reverse Joey Vegasing me. I don't know what she was doing, right? And I was like, well, I need a reference point. How much to blow Joey Vegas?
Oh boy.
And she said,
Jesus.
I'm supposed to be getting paid for that? So Vegas, I want to know, my wife, apparently, has been cleaning the old pipes there, huh, bud?
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm a ladies' man.
But $1,500 for a 450-pound blowjob. That's like $350 a pound.
That's a good 10 seconds of work, though.
You think it'd be that fast?
Well, I'm assuming. Okay, I'm assuming.
Is that because you know my wife's skills?
Before
Well,
inflation.
no comment.
Maybe before inflation. But, that might be doable.
No,
But I
the
think-
guy's already inflated. Okay, but listen.
Do the math. What's
Let-
1,500? How would we figure out the price per pound? 1,500 divided by 450, right?
Yeah.
What is
Well,
it, like $3.50? $3.50?
What is it? So per pound? So he's 1,500.
Yeah, so she said $1,500 and he's 450 pounds.
It's like yeah,
$3.33 a pound. Is that right?
somewhere in there. Close.
$3.33 a pound. That's all she's charging.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe she thought the guy was a little cute. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the guy. I don't
You guys
know.
play any of these games, or is it just my stupid
It's
ass?
just your stupid ass.
My stupid ass play. Somebody listening plays these games.
We would do the old fuck, marry, kill games. Remember
Yeah,
those? That was
yeah.
a classic one, and you give people
Yeah.
three, and yeah.
Fuck,
would
marry,
you
kill, yeah.
Would you rather? A lot
You know,
of that?
you should play Madness the next time you're out. You should play What Would It Cost? If you're with your girlfriend, it could be your girlfriend, but be careful.
No,
she
no.
might surprise you, like I was
Yeah.
surprised.
I think that could-
$1,500.
I think that game is you got to have a solid relationship if you're going to go ahead and play that game. I'll tell you that.
It can't be longer than 6. That'd be longer than 6 months.
There's going to be. It doesn't matter how long it's been. If you haven't crossed that bridge, I don't care if it's been 6 months, 6 years, or 6 decades. Because if you haven't crossed that bridge in front of each other of checking out other people, and you
but we choose the worst ones though.
Yeah, but you're
that's
not,
the catch.
Yeah, you're not checking out anybody. No,
wait. But
you choose the worst ones.
It doesn't matter. But even so. I know you're joking here right now. You're not.
Yeah.
So this can piss somebody off. Like if you were actually, I don't know, butthurt by this. Some women do get butthurt. Like if I said, oh yeah, I pointed at a girl and I said $450, and she was like, are you fucking kidding? Women store that shit here.
Yeah, but we're saving you. You're supposed to be picking hogs. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Vegas.
So for the people for the people listening. Madness is going to do this. So because he's in a newly relationship under a year, if Madness, we're going to help you out. If you do this in front of your girlfriend and you ask her, because she's not going to ask you because she's going to have no idea what you're doing. So if you ask her, you're like, hey, listen, this dude over here, 400 pounds, ugly, looks like Joey Vegas. You could say, how much to blow that guy?
Yeah.
He's going to shower, so he'll be clean. But how much to blow that guy?
Clean.
And see what she says. Because if she says
just a test.
If she says $300,
you're in trouble.
Then you know to get rid of her.
Yeah. Okay. But if she's like $5,000, then you're okay, cool. Then you know what you're.
I'll send her a picture. I'll send her a picture right now. We'll see what she says.
Well, not of me. Don't send her a picture of me.
You said Joey Vegas.
No, I said in theory, the person that you'd be out in public.
I'm going to take this Twitter picture of you in the pool with your shirt off.
There you go.
That's a good picture.
And I'm going to send it. I'll send it over and see what you're worth.
That doesn't show all my fat, just a little bit of it.
So I try to be funny sometimes, and my wife will be like, when I'm playing the game with my wife, and she'll be like, "Oh, how about this one right here?" And I'm like, $150. But that's
she knows you're lying.
But that's for laughs. That's for giggles.
So
she gave me a serious answer of $1,500.
That's wild.
And I've been sleeping on the couch ever since.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. and you know what you should do? Hey, for it, I think you should, or whoever runs their Twitter or Instagram, why don't you throw up the fuck, marry, kill on our story? Put the 3 of us up there, see what happens.
Oh, Lord.
Share the results next week.
Oh, I'm getting killed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They kill me on Reddit. They kill me on Facebook.
There are a lot of people who would kill me.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I would probably be the married one because Madness would be the fuck one probably.
Yeah.
And then Ford would be the kill. That's where I'm guessing.
That's a strong.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Because you don't want to fuck me, you just want to marry me.
Yeah.
Ford, you want to kill because he just looks like you want to kill him.
If I could kill somebody, it would be Ford. But okay.
Style it back a little bit on the Ford hate. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys.
I'm just guessing.
Gotten enough of that on the internet.
I'm just guessing.
So, all right. Well, listen. The next time you're out with your boys or your
wife,
fiance, wife, girlfriend, but you remember the catch is you gotta pick people you knew she wouldn't really. You can't pick some guy who's got his shirt off, he's bouncing his pecs, he looks great. You can't be like, how much? And that's gonna start a fight.
No, true. But
it's got to be. It's because it's supposed to be humorous.
Well, I will tell you this. I'll tell you a story, sort of in this realm. This is, and now we're going to go back about 20 years. My ex-wife was my girlfriend then, and we would go on a website, and we did this together called hotornot.com.
Hot or Not, baby.
Remember that? Okay. You want to talk?
I think my wife was an 8 on hotornot.com.
Okay.
Yeah, she was up there. Yeah, she was up there.
We didn't put ourselves on there, but we would go on the computer at the time because we didn't have phones when we were doing this.
Now you guys were. Now hold on a second. Hold on. Let me interject myself here because it is the Ford Show. Now, just to kind of set the table. Now, you guys, you and her were high school sweethearts, right? Like you were with her for a very, very long time,
16
and then you
17.
and then you just recently kicked her out. So, all right. So you're playing Hot or Not.
Yeah, so not really much of a long story. It was more of just a kind of a similar thing that can lead to shit. So it's a little different, but you're going on there and we would each be rating. If a woman came up, I'd rate. If a man came up, she would. And then I would give one like a 7, and then would give me these these fucking
yeah,
looks
'cause-
like what?
yeah.
What?
You're
That's
playing the
something, huh?
wrong game there. That's not the game
Oh,
this
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
this
that's-
game is meant to be for
I know.
lulz. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a lot safer what you're doing.
So,
I agree. but that
definitely.
was- yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So,
You
but I'm
don't-
just
you don't
saying that's
wanna-
another way you can get yourself in a lot of trouble with this because these women can store things in the back of their heads for years, and this shit will pop right out 2 years in an argument, and they've been holding it. They do this.
This
careful.
is the Ford Show. We're coming to you from the murdermydebt.com studio. That's murdermydebt.com.
I do want to interject. I know I did receive a text.
Oh boy.
Your wife was like a 9.5.
Oh, sorry. I went a little low there.
Yeah.
My apologies.
She did also text me, you're on the couch. So if you
For
weren't
tell-
on the couch before, you're
for
on
telling
it now.
the story.
Yep. Because she was hotter than you gave her credit for.
Hey, that's why.
That's why.
It's not even telling
No, not the story.
The fat blowjob story.
No, it's because you underrated her.
It's because I underrated her.
Yep.
So she was a 9.
You broadcast her at an 8.5, bro.
And
That's you're fucked.
Yeah.
that was the story. I heard the story one time. Like, how am I supposed to remember everything?
I mean,
You're gonna be
her
finding fucking
husband.
rat poison and rabbit pellets in your food for the next 6
Yeah.
weeks.
All right, Madness. Listen, you have to, for once in your life, Madness, do something for this show and go to the fucking White Sox game on Saturday, you piece of shit. Thank you.
Well, we don't know if that's gonna happen.
You need to go, and so you can just show up, get the bobblehead, and then leave. You don't even have to stay.
I'm not driving all the way to the south side of Chicago, paying $40 to fucking park, and then a bunch of tickets for me and my kids who don't even want to go to the game. I asked them, and
Why don't they want to go?
stu-
Did you tell them? Did you tell them that the team they're going to see has 31 wins on 104 losses?
Yes, exactly. They looked at me
Oh,
like I
wow.
just like threw up all over my fucking chest. It was
Well,
like
that's your-
they were disgusted. So
Well,
no.
they could sit in their room and do nothing all weekend. Then it
I'm
looks like.
telling you, Madness.
I'm taking them to see Minions 4. Okay.
All right,
what's
so
happening.
are you telling us right now that we're completely out on the Frank Thomas bobblehead? Is that what you're saying?
It's over. We're not doing it.
Also,
Wow.
I would say it's probably cheaper to go to the White Sox game than to go to a movie theater.
Well, not really, because remember we told the
might be.
Oh,
story.
that's right. You leave.
told-
that's right.
we-
You leave at complain at the previews.
Yeah,
Yes,
free
thank you.
movie.
Tickets,
Remember,
yeah.
this is me. I'm redeeming my when I bitched
Your free movie.
Yes,
For those
I
of you,
bitched-
for those of you who don't know, Madness cried at the movie theater because he missed 5 minutes of the coming attractions and forced those poor high school kids to give him a free trip back to the movie theater.
Yep.
So now you're going to see, what are you going to
Now-
see this weekend
now-
for
now
free?
wait, I must correct you really quick because the screen was not working in the theater. It got all the way to the lights were on, and they were like, "We're going to have to wait. We're looking at the projector," and we did miss the first 5 minutes of the Garfield movie, and I was upset about it. I was taking my kids to lasagna later. I was getting hungry, and then they restarted it. Yes, we saw the whole thing, but in the midst of that, I went to the front, and I nicely said to the teenage girl, "I would like my money back. I'm not feeling good about this. I have to leave." She gave me a gift card because she didn't know how to refund me. So anyways, what was your question?
Hold on. Time out. Pause.
What?
Whew. I don't even know if you took a breath.
No.
What is the male version of Karen?
Yeah, what would that name be? I think we
What
should
would
come up.
that name be?
Okay, all right. Wait. Here's what we're gonna do. You just sparked a great idea. We did the tournament for the name of our flamingo, and now we're gonna do, we're gonna take suggestions off. We're gonna take suggestions on our Instagram, our personals, and Twitter, and we're gonna get a collection of names that would be
Okay.
the male Karen, and we're gonna make a 16-man name tournament, and the winner of the votes of what is the male Karen name, unless this already exists somewhere. Joey Vegas, Google that for me.
I was going to say
And-
8. Do we need 16? I was going to say 8.
Okay, we can go to 8. Whatever.
go
We'll,
8.
we'll
Let's do
gather
8.
we'll gather X
Let's
amount of
do
names,
8.
and we're gonna find out, and we are gonna be the show that decides who is the male Karen. And you could call me that if you'd like.
Well,
But
let's see if there. Let's see if it exists.
According to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
there's a couple, either Ken
no.
or Kevin.
Well, why is it got to be a K? Because
See,
of
they're
Karen?
not. They're not
No,
necessarily.
no,
Oh.
or because Kevin has the male equivalent of Karen.
Is Kevin?
Kevin, yes.
Okay.
It's 5 letters and starts
He's
with
a
K.
white straight man over 40 who acts selfishly without compassion.
That's madness. That's how he acted at the movie theater.
Yeah, and Kenneth is another name commonly used as a male equivalent to Karen.
I'm
Now,
sorry.
One AI also says Terry is possible because it has the same
Brother.
popularity trajectory as Karen since 1950.
Huh.
So there's many.
So what
out
should
there.
we do? I mean,
I don't think we should do any of it.
Okay.
I don't think it makes any sense to me.
Okay.
So
So
then
I
can
thought
we-
it'd be fun.
so then can we just call him a Kevin then?
No, doesn't have a good ring to it. I think we should
All
let
right.
the listeners decide. But whatever.
Yeah.
I digress.
We could try it. I mean, if we could get 8 names, we could try it.
We'll get
Doesn't
eight
hurt to
names.
try. We could get 8 names. I think so.
Yeah, Brad.
Oh,
name?
Brad. Brad is.
But
Yeah.
then you got to go with Chad.
Yeah. Ooh, but I think Chad is already something.
Brad is pretty bad.
Brad
Pretty
is pretty
bad
bad.
man.
I know a
Yeah.
Brad, and he's pretty bad.
I just know the Chads, the hanging Chads.
The hand Chads?
No, the hanging Chads.
The hanging Chads. What is that?
You don't remember in Florida
I've heard. I mean, I've
from
heard
the,
it.
from the Bush presidency? They waited like a month or something because they had hanging
Oh.
Chads and they had to count over like 7 times.
Was that from the 2000 election
I
against
don't-
Al Gore?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what you're referring to?
Might be. I don't know exactly which election. It's one of the Bushes.
Next week on this program, Joey Vegas is going to give us 3 over-unders for the upcoming NFL season when it comes to wins and losses. And we'll talk a little bit about the NFL next week. I want to show this to...
Please don't.
oh, sorry about that. There was supposed to be any
That's a
volume
little
there.
loud, man.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud.
Yes, I've seen this numerous times. Yes, it hurts every time.
Yes, you saw that, but nobody else could. So I want to show this because this just sums up madness. You will appreciate this. This just sums up the Chicago White Sox season right here. This is, let me set the table. It's the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox are at home. They have a runner on first and second. There is 1 out. They are trailing 4-3. And let me play this.
All right, the 1-2. That's in the air left field. That's trouble. Jankowski back. And he made the catch. Oh, my God.
He jumped over the wall.
That was amazing.
He jumped over the wall and robbed the White Sox of a game-winning home run.
At that point, man, I mean, you got to just let that ball fall over there first. Just have a little pity for these guys. My goodness.
Joey Vegas, you're
That was a
you're
hell
the
of
only.
a catch.
You're the only. Yeah, it was a hell of a catch. It was a hell of a catch. You're the only White Sox fan here, Joey Vegas, and I know you weren't watching this game when it happened.
I was not.
But your thoughts when you saw the replay of this guy, this Janikowski guy, this Polish guy, robbing Adam. Is it Adam Vaughn? Andrew Vaughn of a game-winning walk-off 3-run homer.
Back. And he made the catch. Oh, my goodness. What a
Well, first of all, Vienna beef. I miss Vienna beef hot dogs. But second of all, and because people can't see it, probably they're listening. There's a billboard behind the bullpen where he caught it. So
Your thoughts as a White Sox fan?
that was my initial thoughts. I miss Vienna beef. But then I was like, that's typical. That's about how our season's going. And then either the same game or one of the
It's
games.
the same game where you talk about the guy got hit in the face.
Yes.
Yeah. Same
And
game.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, guys,
So-
I'm just like, I mean, I guess if we're gonna be bad, I mean,
So
all right.
they're chasing the 1962 Mets. Hold on, Madness, and I'll let you go.
Yeah.
They're chasing the 1962 Mets, who only played 160, but went 40 and 120, and had a winning percentage of .250, 25%. So they're chasing that record right now. Go ahead, Madness.
Oh, I just wanted to challenge Joey Vegas. I want you guys to come back home. And I want to go one-on-one with Joey Vegas. I want it to go live on the show. Because when you said Vienna beef, I thought about Gene and Jude's and their hot dogs. And I would like to have a hot dog eating contest with you. Maybe sometime around next year, around the 4th of July. Nathan's can suck an ass. We're going to have Gene and Jude's with the fries on top. What do you say, Joey?
You'll win.
And we could catch a White Sox game.
Well, so here,
Yeah, so I can
so-
barf all my hot dogs up in the proper toilet.
So
I'm down.
The White Sox are 31 and 104 right now. They have a winning percentage of 230. So they're 20 points lower than the Mets in terms of winning percentage right now, because the Mets were 250 in 1962. And the White Sox right now are 230. The White Sox have lost 7 in a row, and they are 42 games behind in the wild card. But most importantly, they're 73 games under 500.
I mean, it's bad. What do you want to tell me? I'm not on the field.
Man, I know. But, Vegas, I have to take advantage of these golden opportunities.
Well, the golden opportunity here, though, basically you're beating a dead horse, because the White Sox are so bad. If the White Sox were good and like they choked in the last week, then that's something to rub in to somebody. But
All right, then we'll talk about this then, okay? Babe Ruth,
even worse.
the greatest home run hitter that ever lived. That's right, Babe Ruth.
Barry Bonds. has
This
something to say about
jersey right here, okay? Babe Ruth, the greatest home run hitter who did not do steroids.
it. Okay, there you go.
Right here is a jersey from 1932.
Is that at Wrigley Field?
That's at Wrigley.
Yeah.
Because this was the jersey that Babe Ruth was wearing when he called his shot at Wrigley Field against the Chicago Cubs back in the 1932 World Series. It has been verified. It went to Heritage Auction. And Babe Ruth, 8 years after his death, sets another record, because that's what the Babe does. $24.12 million for this jersey. That includes the buyer's premium. This is the jersey that he was wearing when he called his shot. That game, Ruth, just another average World Series game, hit 2 home runs. So this is the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia in the history of sports memorabilia. Right here.
Is that adjusted for inflation?
Yes. The record before this belonged to a game-worn piece of memorabilia, Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls jersey from Game 1, which is weird, of the 1998 NBA Finals, sold for $10.1 million in 2022. And the most expensive price for any sports memorabilia that was sold at an auction was $12.6 million for a 1952 Mickey Mantle card. Everybody has seen it. That sold that same year. So this specific jersey was last sold in 2005 for $940,000. Okay, it just sold for $24 million.
That's not bad in 19 years.
Nice little profit.
Yeah.
So, Joey Vegas, if money was no object and you were going to buy a piece of sports memorabilia, what sports memorabilia would Joey Vegas buy if money was no object to you?
I mean, that's tough.
I know. That's why I asked you
that's-
guys 3 hours ago to come up with something.
That's very tough. But I would probably do this. The 2 things came, to my mind when you said that.
Can I guess?
Yes.
It would probably be one of 2 options you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to be something Michael Jordan related or something Walter Payton related would be my guesses.
You're half right.
Okay.
But I mean, Walter Payton would be a good option. But yes, I would probably want to buy the game-worn jersey of Michael Jordan's flu game in the '97 NBA Finals.
Yeah. Is that 97?
Yes.
Okay. Game 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my first choice.
Rain Man.
Well, I mean, Michael, it's not
so
hard.
The flu game jersey.
The flu game.
I think
jersey.
his flu game shoes are sold not too long ago.
Yeah, I think so too. But I would do the jersey of that, and if he autographs it, they'll probably ruin it. So don't autograph it, I guess.
Yeah, so that was sold for the sneakers were sold for $1.38 million.
Which to me, that's not that bad.
No, I mean the Jordan jersey from '98 sold for 10, so it wouldn't even be that crazy of a dollar amount. It wouldn't be 24 million. Babe Ruth.
No.
So Jordan's jersey from the flu game. I wonder what happened to that jersey.
Probably got a lot of like barf and snot all over it, and probably went to the garbage.
Yeah, but the other one that I thought, and then I kind of was like, no, there's.
He faked the flu game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's what somebody says.
There's a lot of conspiracies around it.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
wouldn't.
lot of talk
yeah,
about
I mean,
the flu game.
Yeah, I mean, I would not
it.
be surprised if that was a work.
Yeah, get the tinfoil hat out.
Right though, I mean, think about it. Come on, like think
It
about
has
it.
something to do with a pizza. That like his pizza was like
Somebody in Utah poisoned the pizza.
yeah.
But let's think about it honestly. Now I know that I'm a Knicks fan here. I hate the Bulls. Okay, I get it. But it would just add to the mystique of Michael Jordan. Nike's probably thinking we could sell some more sneakers. Remember, Nike ran Jordan. Okay, let's remember that. They protected him and they ran him. It would be crazy, Joey Vegas, to think this could be a work. This could be, Hulk Hogan joining the NWO. This could be a work, this whole flu game. I'm just saying. It's a,
I don't.
you know,
I'll
look
tell-
sick, Pippen carrying me off the court. There's a lot of...
Rodman was in the NWO at that time, so they might have been getting ideas.
It's a lot of theater quality in that flu game, Vegas. I'm not saying... look, chances are he was sick.
Could it be embellished a little bit?
But
Maybe.
it could definitely be embellished.
But it's not
for
fake.
sure.
It's not.
Okay.
There's too many witnesses
All right.
that had nothing to lose
All right.
that could say that he was sick.
Now, Madness, you don't have sports
I have.
memorabilia.
I
You
have
did
my-
come up with something?
I have my top 3 in order.
Oh, you gave me a top 3. I asked for 1. You gives me a top 3. This overachiever.
I like to overachieve on your little things, and you didn't give us 3 hours. You gave us about 35 minutes to do this. So pat
I
myself
felt like 3 hours.
on the back.
So go
Now-
ahead. What do you got?
Now, you said, I just want to preface it. You said money's no object.
Money is
Therefore-
no object.
Money's
yeah.
no object. Therefore, if it was me picking anything right now, I would take that Babe Ruth jersey and sell the shit out of it and just collect the money and live. But since that's not the case, number 3 would be the ball from Game 6 of the 1993 NBA Finals. That's when John Paxson hit that 3 in Phoenix. And then Horace Grant followed that up with the block on Kevin Johnson. The reason I picked that was because that is my favorite childhood sports memory. So to have the ball from
That was a pass from Jordan, right?
I believe it was. Jordan gave it up to Paxson, and Paxson hit that 3.
Yeah, because
And
Jordan
then,
later gives it up to Kerr.
Yeah, it was. Steve Kerr
against the Jazz.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That was
All right.
similar. And
Number
then
2.
Number 2 is probably no surprise, is the ball from Game 7 of the 2016 World Series, where the Cubs broke the curse.
Yep.
And they did it. We couldn't believe it. We only needed 1. I don't watch any of this anymore, but that was.
But you're
what I
welcome
needed
for
to
that
see.
one, by the way.
Yeah. Of
You're
course.
no, you're welcome for that because the Cubs don't win if they don't trade for a Aroldis Chapman.
You think so? Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
All right,
Well,
number
we'll
1.
take- Either way, the number 1 would be Psycho Sid's soiled tights from WrestleMania 13.
I did say
All right.
wrestling counts.
Rest in peace, Psycho Sid, and the
Yeah.
big dump. The big dump you took in Chicago. It's all Chicago related because WrestleMania 13 was in Chicago. I don't want the bloody mat from Stone Cold Steve Austin. I want Psycho Sid's soiled underwear.
So my sports memorabilia, if money was no object, as a Yankee fan, I would also love that Babe Ruth jersey. Yes. I want the Jeter jersey that he was wearing when he did the flip against Oakland. And he was running across the diamond and he grabbed the ball. He did the flip. Yankees win the World Series that year. They don't even make it out of the first round if Jeter doesn't make that flip against Oakland. So give me that Jeter jersey. And I'll take any Knicks jersey from their last championship in 73. when I was
Joey
when I
Vegas,
was
73.
when I was -10. I'll take any. It could be Phil Jackson. It could be Willis Reed. It could be anybody. Anybody's jersey from Game 7 against the Lakers right down the street here at the Fabulous Forum. And if I had to pick a third, I would want Hulk Hogan's boots from WrestleMania 3 against Andre the Giant. Now, I think his WrestleMania 1 boots, and I could be mistaken, but I think his WrestleMania 1 boots are actually on display at Madison Square Garden. Or there is a pair of...
There is. We've seen them.
Yeah. Is it WrestleMania?
Yes.
I think it's WrestleMania 1 because that's obviously was at MSG.
Yeah.
But I would take the WrestleMania 3 Hogan boots. I think that would just be pretty cool.
I would probably take Hogan's bash at the beach when he turned because I think just because I think in the scheme of now WrestleMania 1, don't get me wrong, if there's not one WrestleMania, there's not 50.
Correct.
So that makes sense. But also him turning on and joining the NWO, I think that changed the course of history.
Yep.
For professional wrestling, whether you like it or you don't like it, or WCW choked and whatever, but it changed the course.
So on that note, the Vince McMahon documentary just got announced.
Nice segue.
Today. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
It just got announced today. Finally, it is coming out on Netflix September 25, the Vince McMahon documentary. Now, this documentary, I'll have you know, I have it on good authority, was actually finished a while ago, but when the McMahon allegations came out, they had to film new stuff to cover the allegations against Vince McMahon from his former employee.
That's great content. That's great content that they didn't think they were going to get. That's going to make people want to watch this even more.
Exactly. I can't wait for this.
Kind of like Wrestling with Shadows, how they just walked into the screw job.
Yes. Now,
supposedly.
I love this artwork, but there's one glaring thing that only a dumbass like me would catch.
The person in the ring doesn't have pants.
There's four ring ropes.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
That's a lot. That is.
It's not boxing.
I didn't see that right away. Yeah, he's and the turnbuckles are not the traditional wrestling turnbuckles.
Yeah, no, but I mean they look like they're from Japan because it's a boxing ring. They put Vince McMahon or whoever that is. It looks like Vince. It looks like tank top wearing, chiseled out Vince.
Yeah, it's the wrestling Vince, the Mr. McMahon character who wrestled.
Yeah.
and the owner.
So let me tell you something. For those of you who don't know, Vince McMahon was forced into retirement because he was mistreating an employee who he hired and was pimping her out to a couple of the other guys that were suits in the WWE at the time, John Laurinaitis, and it's very disgusting, very vile stuff. You can read about it. But I'm going to tell you something, and I claim to be very smart to professional wrestling. I'm going to tell you something. This is going to go one of two ways, this documentary. It's either going to be the greatest masterpiece that has ever been produced on professional wrestling, or it's going to be littered with lies. That's it. That's it. Those is one or it is the other. I can tell you this: if you're not a wrestling fan, I'll guarantee you will still find this story fascinating and fucked up at the same time. I will highly recommend watching it.
Absolutely. I could tell you this too, if you're not, like you said something really good there, because if you're not a wrestling fan, wrestling documentaries are not just for wrestling fans. Anything like this. Like I literally have done that before. I've sat people down that are not wrestling fans, and we've watched some of those A&E biographies, some of those YouTube ones that are done. This is really good, well put together documentaries, even by WWE themselves, and it tells the story, gets behind the scenes, and everything like that. But this is gonna be either, like you said, I agree, it's gonna be a good one, or it's gonna be just tainted with bullshit.
So this is why I'm a little afraid that it might be more lies than truths. Bill Simmons is involved. And I say that because while Bill Simmons is a wrestling fan, he's easily worked, okay? He's easily worked. He got worked in the Andre the Giant documentary that he did because he allowed Hulk Hogan to sit there and pretend like he didn't know what the result was going to be at WrestleMania 3, where I won his boots from. So I'm a little worried, Joey Vegas, because I don't think that Bill Simmons has the education, nor does he have the balls to try to put somebody on notice, on blast, when they were filming and interviewing the different people they interviewed with this. Apparently, McMahon is on this.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a hit piece. Maybe not fully, because when they filmed it before, but then I think they changed it to, be a little bit of a hit piece on McMahon.
Well, I mean, and rightfully so. If anybody deserves a fucking hit piece, it's Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
But I just want them to be honest. I don't want you to tell me that he had no involvement in the steroids in 92, 93, 94. Don't tell me that, because he did.
He did. He most certainly did. I mean,
you got to cover everything. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like a Vince McMahon story properly done is like 19 episodes. If you're going to do it properly. Now, obviously, you can't do 19 episodes. It's not a television show. It's a documentary.
I mean, you can do it. There's probably enough content, enough scandal, and enough going on.
All the scandals, the Donahue stuff in '92 with the Ring Boys and the Pat Patterson stuff. A lot of it's bad. A lot of it's real bad. Like boys being preyed on by fag wrestlers. A lot of it's bad stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think they're going to try to tie in his Trump relationship into this thing to involve him in all the nonsense?
I hope not.
I know it's annoying that politics gets brought into everything, but
yeah.
I'm just saying it in a speculation way. I hope not, because I don't think it matters. But I just feel like that's when it's being released. I feel like there's a way to throw an agenda in there. You paint, Trump further in with McMahon as a couple of, billionaire spell. You know what I'm saying? But
it's done by Chris Smith, who, if you don't know that name, he was the executive producer of Tiger King. So it's Chris Smith and it's Bill Simmons. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little worried. That there's going to be a lot of lies and a lot of stretching of truths. I want them to be, if you're going to do this, you got to do this right.
It depends. I don't know. It depends on I don't know, man. It depends on who's involved, I guess. Like you said, it's just like, are they out here? Is this going to be like when WWE did the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior?
Well, no, the thing, yeah. I mean, the thing that helps me give a little hope for this is it's not WWE done. But this is what it reads on Netflix. This is what Netflix tweeted out earlier today. Mr. McMahon, a documentary series chronicling the rise and the fall of WWE's controversial founder, is coming to Netflix on September 25 from Chris Smith, executive producer of Tiger King, and Bill Simmons.
You said series. So
yes,
this is
going to be multiple
episodes.
Yes.
Multiple episodes, right.
Including interviews with McMahon prior to his resignation, his family, and some of the most iconic names in wrestling history, as well as the journalists, Meltzer's in this, who covered McMahon's allegations.
Uncovered
McMahon's allegations. They uncovered them and they covered them. So I'm when I first heard about this, I was told that this was going to be straight shooting. We're not covering up for Vince. We're not playing those games. This is going to be the truth. But I'm still a little worried. And I guess we're going to find out here September 25. I'm excited for it. And like I said, if you're not a wrestling fan, by all means, I would still give this a shot, because I think It's going to be a very entertaining story. McMahon's got a very entertaining
He does.
story. The
I mean,
highs and the lows, and the whole thing.
Any scandal, any falls from grace, every success to the pits, the kind of thing is going to sell, I think.
And go ahead.
No, you mentioned Meltzer in there, and I was just letting you know I do keep up with Bruce Pritchard, Something to Wrestle with Conrad Thompson, and I never heard him bury Dave Meltzer harder than he did about 2 or 3 episodes ago. I want to say it was the recent Kane episode. They put out it was over the death of Afa, and apparently Meltzer reported it a day before it happened. And I think Bruce Pritchard went on about a 7-minute tirade against Dave Meltzer. I've never heard him go this hard on him in my life.
So today is the anniversary, Madness. I know you wanted to make a mention of this, and then we're going to get out of here. So go ahead, make a mention of it.
Yeah, today, 30 years ago today. And ties in, we talked about the Bulls a little bit a while ago. We're talking wrestling a little bit here, Vince McMahon. And it's the 30th anniversary of SummerSlam 1994, which was the very first event held in the United Center. And I was there. And I just wanted to call that out. I'm a big anniversary guy. 30 is a big milestone. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm on screen. You can see me if you'd like.
Can you screen grab it so we can show it next week? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll grab what I can. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Right at the entrance.
That'll be your homework assignment for next week. We would like to show the young you.
The Undertaker versus The Undertaker. Leslie Nielsen was there. Ironically, Leslie Nielsen's one of my favorite comedian actors, and it was a great time. You guys were not there, right?
No, I was not at that show.
there.
Did you try to make efforts with your parents to get there? Because we were youngins then.
Yeah, I mean, I was 11, but no, I don't remember. I mean, I may have. I don't remember. I think that was the same year, though, I did meet Doink at a movie. Doink and Dink at a movie theater.
Yeah, he met Joey Vegas. He met Doink. It was the janitor at the VFW he was at.
I have a photo of it. I'll bring my photo next week. I'm actually wearing of all teams, I'm wearing a Golden State Warriors hat.
Yeah, I recall you showing me this picture.
Yes.
Now, was that? Do you know? Was that Doink? That was been Apollo?
That was not Matt. Yeah, that was not Matt Bourne.
It was probably Lombardi, to be honest. But whatever.
So, if you are watching on YouTube, Rumble, X, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to this on podcast, on the Bubba Podcast Network, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for those guys. They have a lot of great shows up on the Bubba Podcast Network. I will leave you with this, since I know my wife is listening because she was texting Joey Vegas that I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. I'll leave you with this little nugget of information. Almost 70% of us love breakfast for dinner. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, waffles, Wheaties. For dinner, you're not alone. 70% of adults say they love breakfast for dinner. I'm one of those 70%, baby. I love it. IHOP's got $5 all-you-can-eat pancakes. I'm going to go hit one of those up. I'll eat 2 and I'll be too full, but I will only spend $5. So $5 all you can eat. IHOP pancakes. Madness, your opinion on breakfast food before we go.
Oh, hey, my day job. I'm a nutrition guy. I believe you should eat whatever you like, whenever the fuck you like. I don't believe that you should stick to the standards. You don't have to have eggs and bacon at 7 a.m. You can have it at night. You can have pancakes. Joey Vegas can make French toast at midnight if he wants. I don't care.
And coming to you September 9th to the 13th, it is the Summer of Ford. I will be live every night of the week, that week, for the whole week. That's right. It's the Summer of Ford. And I'll have a guest host with me, a guest co-host with me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday will be the regular crowd here of Madness and Joey Vegas. And for those two, we'll see you guys next week right here on the Ford Show. Hopefully everybody stays out of trouble. And Joey Vegas?
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, jabroni marks without a life that don't know if it's a work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot, marks.